You's a hypocrite, man. You hear what I'm saying? You weak as hell, man. And anybody with the spirit of the Most High can see straight through. Everything you doing is gonna come to pass. You understand what I'm saying? And the love of my shit on your heart, man. You know that's your big brother, man. You need to repent, come home, man. You should have had you that purple, nigga. Can't get away with this.
Terrorists have taken possession of nuclear missiles. If these babies go off, it's on you.
Any questions?
Get in, losers! We're going shopping!
Good to be back. Yep.
Let's fly, baby!
We can use some help.
I got you. Brilliant. Now that's what I'm talking about. Expendable.
You ain't too crazy for this.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrapped out, tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock and with our toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making enemies our foot stores. Don't know nothing about the op. It take one try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. Y'all want me to connect the dots. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to fly. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them dig the pot. Can't fit you and your man's in it, just tell him get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime. Already wait the coast. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. Is you with us or against us? Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think you get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give them a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock, got the book of loot. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a cocktail. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Every dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is.
I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like Thor. Found my ops in the morgue, tell I'm on four. I'ma be bombing these lanes, understand power and war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the streets, time to get back on my feet. Had time to read, check out we came from the east. Wait till my dogs are released, heard they was sleep. So we gon' wake them up, put them up in the sky, the Lord gon' take them up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same and I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit up my cellular phone, tell me what level he on. I take that scouter, he on the perks and that powder. Homie ain't really that strong, I'm like a dog. Better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield. Boy, you see everything. G43, Symphony, let it sing.
You ain't too crazy for this.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passive. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the spot, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make them follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, so know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the lesson. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Listen, how many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. Maybe I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Especially with your fallacies, most of us can only see through scopes of generalities. When niggas say it's up, all I can think about is gravity. It's gotta go down, so if it's death, I take my mic, I'm going underground. Sick with it, patiently waiting, I see you masked up. Do anything for money and clout, cause you gassed up. Now I could be wrong, and I ain't trying to prolong, but these images you project and keep us singing the sad songs. The love of money is the root of all evil, so every time you draw us for blood, like a needle, I just have to paint the picture, so I definitely need an easel, so you can see deceptions and the depth of all perceptions, misdirections, the tricks to keep you put behind bars, cause a lion won't be a king if he don't fight through the scars. Say that I can feel your pain, like you poke voodoo dolls, and putting our hands on y'all will not further the cause. Pause. Systematic oppression in the dissection keeps us in the circle of circumspection for our protection, and because of our complexion, no power, no connection, they will question your honor while we stand in objection. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. If I was you, I see why you be mad at me. Inherited the pedigree, the school of practicality, focused on reality, illuminating tragedy. No time to be coy, you niggas murderers were revenge or bring us tears of joy. Fresh broad red strokes of infrared beams. Symbolisms you learn while enforcing the catechism. You claim to love your people, but champions of division, creating your own isms. Thus makes you a schism. No matter how you slice it, it's like you hit a lick but couldn't determine what the price is. Pointing finger guns because death is what suffices. Freely a shooter, but yet a slave to these devices. I'm just speaking real. How many of us traumatized for you to rise? Guess you aiming for the Pulitzer Prize. It's in the sky. Hope it's worth the sacrifice of your brothers and all the mothers that cry because you felt like your people were fit to die. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get the point, you a shooter, death is the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get the point, you a shooter, death is the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Yeah.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot, more than 400 killed.
The U.S. has recorded its highest increase in rates of homicide in modern history.
I know people who can't walk from their house to the store without a gun on them.
Why is that a reality? Why do people feel like they have to have a gun on them?
Because people getting killed left and right. It's sad.
I got shot twice now. I could have been gone, but I'm still here, so that's God. I know that's what. So it's hell on earth. Yeah.
It's hell on earth?
Yeah, it's hell on earth.
All right, shalom, shalom. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh by Yahweh Shemal Thah, by Shem Yahweh Shah. We got the ISUBK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This ISUBK, Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to get started with today's Sabbath service. All right.
Madim, which means to stand. Wapanya Akwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Daba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'rataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Basalakanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Dabayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Awashanawa, Mayan, Rad, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Wahala, Rathaparath, Lawalamia,
Aman in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Ka Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, Lahakwil, Hamathium, Hakak, Al-Rakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is the prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabi Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapyim. Ha Saranyim. Ha Kwatazayanyim. Ha Koyoyoyim. Wa Ha Aquatia. Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalm 121. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Hahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'arataza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'Allah. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'athka. Wabawa'aka. Mayatha. Wa'aidai Walam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
Hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot.
He will not suffer thy foot
to be moved. He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
This is Psalm 83. Alahayim. Al-Dama Yalaka. Al-Dakarash. Wa Al-Dashakwat. Al. Kayahana. Al-Wayabyika. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Aimaka. Ya'irayamwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya'itazawa. Al-Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakira. Magalia. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'Allah. Aiwada. Kaya. Nawa'atazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Al-Yaka. Bar-Yath. Yakarathwa. Ahawya. Adawam. Wa Yashimai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagaria. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Halashath. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gum Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hawaya. Salaki. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labunya Lawat. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa, Ba'ayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Ka'arab, Wakaza Abba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Mana'ai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapunya Rawaka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Daradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Punyahum, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'aratazah.
In the English, keep not thou silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarim, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. A sword also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasam, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ored and like Zeed. Yea, all their princes as Abba and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stove before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temples, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
La Yasha.
La Yasha. God, Most High Christ. So, all right, so we're going to get started with today's Sabbath service. I believe last week we stopped at Deuteronomy 31 and 23. Oh, we picking up at 23? We picking up at 23 for anybody that want to read along. Go to blueletterbible.org, all right, or download the app on the Google Play Store or Apple Store, Blue Letter Bible, and we had Deuteronomy 31 and 23. So we're going to read 7 verses of 7 in the Hebrew. And anybody out there that doesn't know the Hebrew yet, make sure that you tune into our free classes, or even better yet, show up to our physical location right here in Kannapolis, North Carolina, in the Charlotte area, right, 1539 North Ridge Avenue, and come through. We have the La Shawan Quadage class every Friday, 7 p.m. sharp, with Officer Palatya. Teaches an amazing class, all right? So come through and learn the Hebrew, all right? And read along with us, all right? So we had Deuteronomy 31 and 23. Officer Boz, if you would, pick up 7 verses in the Hebrew.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 23. Wayatazawa, Af, Yahawashai, Bun, Nawan, Waya Amar, Kazak, Wa'amataza, Kaya, Atha, Tabaya'a, Af, Bunya, Yasha'ala, Shalakia, Yasha, Yasha'ala, Yasha'ala, Al, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Nasha Ba'ithia, Laham, Wa'anakia, Ahaya, Imad, Salaki, Imak. Verse 24. Waya Haya, Kakala Wath, Masha, Lakatab, Ath, Debaria, Hatawara, Haza Ath, Al, Sapar, Id, Thamath.
That's
Oh, Salakia. The mum. Verse 25. Waya Tazawa, Masha, Ath, Haloyam, Nasha Aya, Nasha Aya, Arawan, Bariyath, Yahweh, La'amar, verse 26. Laquak, Ath, Sapar, Hatha Wara, Hazah, Washamatham, Athwa, Matazadah, Arawan, Bariyath, Yahweh, Alahayakum, Wahaya, Sham, Bakar, La'id, verse 27. Kaya, Anakya, Yada Aithya, Mara Yaka, Wa'ath, Ira Pak, Hakwa Shah, Hun, Ba'ai Wadunya, Kaya, Imakam, Imakam, Hayawam, Mama Yum, Mamarium, Hayathum, I'm Yahweh, Wa'ap, Kaya, Akaria, Mawathia, verse 28. Hakwa Haya Lawa, Alaya, Ath, Kal, Zaquanya, Shabbat Yakum, Washa Tar Yakum, Wa'ad Bara, Ba'azanya Ath, Hadabarium, Ha'alah, Ayada, Bum, Ath, Hashemayim, Wa'ath, Ha'arataza, verse 29. Kaya, Yada Aithya, Akaria, Mawathia, Kaya, Hashakath, Thasha Katha 1, Wasa Rathum, Mun, Hadarak, Ashar, Tazawa, Yathwa, Athakam, Wakwa Ra'ath, Athakam, Hara'ai, Ba'akarayath, Haya Mayam, Kaya, Tha'ishwa, Ath, Harai, Ba'ai Yunya, Yahweh, Laha Ka'ayam, Laha Ka'ay Yaswa, Bama Aisha, Yada Yadayakam. That's the end of verse 29.
If you would pick it back up in the English Bible Shah.
Just the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 23. And he gave Joshua, the son of Nun, a charge, and said, Be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with thee. Verse 24, and it came to pass, that Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book until they were finished. Verse 25, that Moses commanded the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Most High, saying, verse 26, take this book of the law and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Most High your power, that it may be there for a witness against thee. Verse 27, for I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the Most High. And how much more after my death? Verse 28, gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and your officers.
In your preachers.
And your officers.
In your deacons.
And your officers.
And your choir director.
And your officers.
And your officers, because the nation of Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the men, we full of soldiers, man. You understand? So it's no excuses why to have, like what Moses putting down right here. He left the book of the law with us. There's no excuses why we can't follow the laws of the Lord, because we a bunch of soldiers. We not a bunch of choir singing LGBT IUIC people, man. You understand? We soldiers. It's written right here in this Bible. It says your tribes and what?
And your officers.
Right, keep reading.
That I may speak these words in their ears and call heaven and earth to record against them. Verse 29, for I know that after my death ye will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because ye will do evil in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. That's the end of verse 29.
Count the water. So if you would, brother, pick up the next 7 in the Hebrew.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31 and verse 30. Waya Debar, Mashah, Ba'azanya, Kal, Quahal, Yasha'ala, Ath, Debaria, Hasha Yara, Haza'ath, Aid, Tamam. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 1. Ha'azah Yanwa, Hashemayim, Wa'adabara, Watha Shemai, Ha'aratazah, Amaria, Payah, verse 2. Ya'irap, Kamatar, Laquakia, or Laquakaya.
Let's see. Who we got? Salaki, where we at?
Third word, verse 2.
Laquakia.
Laquakia.
God.
Laquakia. Dazal. Katal. Amarathia. Kasha Ayarum. Alya. Dasha'ah. Wakara. Wakarabaya. Wakarabayabyam. Wakarabayabyam. Alya. Aishab. Verse 3. Kaya, Sham, Yahweh, Aqua Ra'ah, Habawa, Gadal, La'al, La'al, Laha, Yanwa, Laha, Yanwa. Verse 4. Hataza, war, Thamayam, Pa'awa, Kaya, Kal, Daraka Yawa, or Darak Yawa, Mashapat, Al, Amawana, Wa'ayan, Iwal, Taza the Yak, Wayashar, Hawa'ah. Verse 5. Shakath, Lawa, La'ah, Banyawa, Mawamam, Dawar, Aikwash, Wapath, Wapa Dala Thal, Wapa Dala Thal. Verse 6. Ha La Yahweh, Thaga Mawa, Za'ath, Aim, Nabal, Wala'ah, Kakam, Halawa'ah, Hawa'ah, Abba Yakah, Kwanak, Hawa'ah, Aishak, Waya Kanaka, or Waya Kananak.
I think it's Waya Kanaka.
Waya Kanaka. That's the end of verse 6.
Yeah. The wife would pick it back up in the English.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31 and verse 30. And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Verse 2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Verse 3. Because I will publish the name of the Most High, ascribe ye greatness unto our power. Verse 4. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a power of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. Verse 5. They have corrupted themselves, their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Verse 6. Do ye thus requite the Most High, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he thy father that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? That's the end of verse 6.
So I'll pick up the next 7 in the Hebrew. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 7. Zakar, Yamawav, Iwalam, Baya Nawah, Shanawav, the war, Wada war, Sha'al, Abyaka, Waya Salaki, Waya Gadak, Waya Dagat, Waya Gadak, Zakwan Yaka, Waya Omorwa, Laka, verse 8. Baha Nakar, Ila Yawan, Gawayom, Baha Par Yadawa, Banya, Adam, Yatzazab, Gabalaf, Imayum, Lama Sapar, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 9. Kaya, Kalak, Yahweh, Imawa, Ya'aikwab, Kabal, Nakwa, Lathwa, verse 10. Yama, Taza, Ahawa, Ba'arataza, Mata, Bar, Wabatha, Hawa, Yalala, Yasha Mun, Yasa Bob, Nahawa, Yaba 1, Nahawa, Yataza, Run, Salaki, Yataza, Run, Hawa, Ka'a, Osalaki, Kaya, Kaya, Yasha 1, Ayan Wa, verse 11. Kana Shah, Ya'ayah, Kwanawa, Al, Gawa, Zal Yawa, Yara Kwak, Yaparaj, Kanap Yawa, Yakwak Hawa, Yasha Ahawa, Al, Abu Salakia, Abarapwa, verse 12. Yahweh, Badad, Yanak Nawa, Wa'ayan, Aimawa Al, Nakar, verse 13. Yarakab Hawa, Al, Bamawathia, Arataza, Waya Akal, Thano, Wabath, Shadaya, Wayanak Hawa, Dabash, Masalai, Washaman, Makalam Yasha, or Makal Mayash, Tazawar. That's the end of verse 13. If you would, pick it back up in the English, Baba Shah.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. Verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9. For the Most High's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Verse 10. He found him in a desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. Verse 11. As an eagle, Verse 11. As an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. Verse 12. So the Most High alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. Verse 13. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock and oil out of the flinty rock. That's the end of verse 13.
Yeah, so I'll pick up the next 7 in the Hebrew. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 14. Kama'av, Bakwal, Wakalab, Taza'an, Ain, Kalab, Karayum, Wa'ayalyum, Bunya, Bashan, Wa'ai, Thawadium, Ain, Kalab, Kalyawaf, Kata, Wadam, Ainab, Tashatha, Kamar, verse 15. Waya Shaman, Yasha for one, Waya Bite, Shamanav, Ibayav, Kashayav, Waya Tash, Al Yawa, Aisha Hawa, Waya Nabal, Tazawar, Yasha Aithwa, verse 16. Yakwa na Hawa, Bazarium, Batho Wa'ai Bav, Kaya Ai, Yasa Hawa, verse 17. Yaza Bakwa, Lashadium, La'a, Allah, Allahayam, La'a, Yada Aiwum, Hadashium, Makwarab, Ba'awa, La'a, Sha'ai Wawam, Abathiakum, verse 18. Tazawar, Yaladak, Lashaya, Wathash, Kaka, Ab, Makal, Laka, verse 19. Waya Ra'a, Yahweh, Waya Na'ataza, Micah Ice, Bana Yawa, Wabun the Yawa, verse 20. Waya Amar, Asath Yara, Punya, Mahom, Ara'a, or Aryakan, Ara'a, Ma'a, Akar, Salakia, Akar, Akara, Yatham, Kaya, the war, Taha Pakath, Hama, Manayam, La'a, Amun, Bom. That's the end of verse 20. If you would, brother, pick it back up in the English.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 14. Butter of kine and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs, and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats, with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. Verse 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. Verse 17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Verse 18. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. Verse 19. And when the Most High saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. Verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. It's the end of verse 20.
Okay, so if you would, Officer Boz, pick up the next 7 in the Hebrew.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 21. Ham, Kwana Awanya, Bala'a, Al, Ka'isa Wanya Baha Bala Yahum Baha Bal Yahum Wa'anya Aquan Ya Aquan Ya Aquana Ya Bala'a Aim Bagawaya Bagoya Nabal Aka Ayasam, verse 22. Kaya Ash Asha
Ash means fire. Ash.
Come. Quada Ka Ba'apya Watha Yaquad Aid Sha'awal Daka Dakath Daka the Yath Watha Akal Arataza Waya Bala Watha Lahat Mawa Sadia Haryam, verse 23. Asapa Al-Yamwa Ra'aywath Katazaya Akala Bam, verse 24. Matazaya Ra'ay Salaki Mazaya Ra'aib Walakamya Rashap Wakwa Tab Mara Yarwa Washan Bahama Wath Ashalak Bam Aim Kamath Zakalia Ipar, verse 25. Makawataza Dasha Kal Karab Wama Kadarium Ayama Gum Bakawar Gum Batha Wala Yawanak Aim Ayash Shayaba, verse 26. Amarathya Apa Ayahum Ashabayatha Ma'ana Wash Zakaram, verse 27. Lawalaya, Ka'is, Awayab, Agawar, Pun, Yanakarwa, Tazarayamwa, Pun, Yaamarwa, Yada Yanwa, Ramah, Wala'ah, Yahweh, Pa'al, Kal, Za'ath. That's the end of verse 27.
Yeah, so if you would pick it back up in the English, Bob, what's up?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Verse 22, for a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Verse 23, I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. Verse 24, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with bitter destruction.
And Salak, if I could, just real fast, and of course in these scriptures, this is describing hellish conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hell is on earth. Hell is not a place that we go to after we die, according to the Bible. It's just Christian lies that they sell to us. They try to sell us hope for a future after we die. But the truth is, hell is right here on this earth. It's being described in these scriptures that the brother's reading right now. So we going through bitter destruction. I mean, we going through suffering because it's hell for us. We live in hellish conditions. So read on.
I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. Verse 25, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. 26, verse 26, I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And Salakia,
God.
This is what's going on with us today.
God.
We don't know who we are.
Right.
And no people is who we jealous of, who got our identity.
God. Deep.
Right. Verse 27, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Most High hath not done all this. That's the end of verse 27.
God. So if you would, pick up the next 7 in the Hebrew, Baba Bashar.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 28. Kaya, Gawaya, Abad, Aitazawath, Hama, Wa'ayan, Baham, Taba, Wana, verse 29. Lawa, Kakamwa, Yasha Kayo, Washa Kayalwa, Za'ath, Yaba Yanwa, La'am Maryatham, Salakia, La'akar, Yitham. Verse 30. Ayaka Yaradak. Akkad. Alap. Washanayam. Yana Yaswa. Rababa. La'a. Kaya. Taza Waram. Makaram. Wayahawa. Hasa Gayaram. Verse 31. Kaya. La'a. Kataza Warunwa. Taza War Salakia. Which verse am I on? 31?
31, count.
Taza Warum.
Kataza War, no.
Oh, I skipped the word. Salakia.
Oh, Salah.
I started over. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 31. Kaya La'a Kataza Warunwa. Taza Warum. Wa'a Yabayanawa. Pala Yal Yum. Verse 32. Kaya Magapun Sodom Gapanum Wamashadamath Imara Aina Bamwa Ainabia Rawash Ashakalath Mararath Lamawa. Verse 33. Kamath Thanayanum Yayanum Waraash Pathanayam Akazar. Verse 34. Hala'ah Hawa'ah Kamas Imadia Katham Ba'a Wataza Rathia. That's the end of verse 34. That's it.
So if you would, I'll pick it back up in the English.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Verse 29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they were considered their latter end. Verse 30. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Most High had shut them up? Verse 31. For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. Verse 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Verse 33. Their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of asps. Verse 34. Is not this laid up in store with me, and sealed up among my treasures. That's the end of verse 34.
Yeah, so the water, brother, read the last 7 verses in the Hebrew. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 35. La Yah, La Quam, Wa Shalom. Yeah, Wa Shalom. La Aith, Thamawat, Ragalam, Kaya, Kwarawab, Yawam, Ayadam, Wakash, Aitha Da, Lamawab, verse 36. Kaya, Yadayan, Yahweh, Aimawa, Wa'al, Ibad Yawa, Yatha Slaki, Yatha Nakam, Kaya, Yara'ah, Kaya, Azalaf, Yada, Wa'apas, Aitazawar, Wa'ai Zawab, verse 37. Wa'amar, Ayah, Alaha, Alaha, Yamawa, Tazawar, Kasa Yawa, Bawa, verse 38. Ashar, Kalab, Zabak, Yamawa, Kawa, Yashathawa, Yayan, Nasayakum, Yakwa, Wamba, Waya I Salaki, Waya I Zarakum, Yahya, Alyakum, Sathara, verse 39. Ra'awa, Aitha, Kaya, Anya, Hawa'a, Wa'ayan, Alahayam, Aymadya, Anya, Amayaf, Wa'a Kaya, Maka Taza, Salaki, Makatazathia, Wa'anya, Arapa'a, Wa'ayan, Mayadya, Matazayal, verse 40. Kaya, Asha'a, Al, Shamayam, Yadya, Wa'ama, Rathya, Kaya, Anakya, La'ay verse 41. Shanawathya, Barak, Karabya, Watha, Akaz, Bamashapat, Yadya, Ashayab, Naquam, Latzalaki, Latazaraya, Wala Mash Naaya, Ashalom. That's the end of verse 41. If you would, brother, pick it back up in the English.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance.
Belongeth what?
Vengeance.
So now this the Lord talking. And what he say?
To me belongeth vengeance.
And vengeance belongs to the Lord, and the Lord will have his vengeance.
That's right.
You understand? We see everything that's going on in the world today. They say the southwestern U.S. experienced their first tropical storm in history. I think the last one they said was 1939 or something like that. Hurricane, what? Remember her name? Remember the name? It's some lady name. And that's it.
The one now?
I think it's Hurricane Hillary. Or Tropical Storm Hillary or something like that. That's hitting Southwest California, the Southwest region of the U.S. right now. And all that's the Lord's work. What happened in Maui, or what's happening in Maui, I should say, hurricane come through, so it flooded the place, then set wildfires to the place. All that is the Lord. And what the Lord say?
To me belongeth vengeance.
Keep reading.
And recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. But I tell you, it's a lot. This show you that black men wrote this book. Their foot shall slide in due time.
Check that out.
That's some slang for you right there. Like you slipping. You know what I mean? Their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. Verse 36, for the Most High shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants, for he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. Verse 37, and he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted? Verse 38, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
Yeah, the Lord ain't no joke.
Cold.
He said, yo, you've been sacrificing to them. You've been celebrating Christmas and you've been celebrating July 4th. Let them guys protect you. Let them be your strength. Keep reading.
This is Salaki. This sounds just like how my mother and father used to talk to me when I
this good
when I was
parenting,
showing
man.
out.
Word.
Verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
And ain't no fighting with the Lord,
right?
At all. And so keep reading. So like we were just saying, like hurricanes, the earthquakes, the tornadoes, all that is the Lord. There's no fighting a tornado. There's no space force for a tornado. There's no tank or military that could fight a hurricane.
Right.
A wildfire. They can't fight the wildfires. All they can do is wish for the best. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. Verse 41. If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
And do what?
Reward them that hate me.
It's a lock.
And that's the end of verse 41.
Clap it up. Yeah, it's getting real good in these scriptures. You want to make sure you tune in next week. We stopped off Deuteronomy 32 and 41. So make sure you join us next week. We will continue reading how these scriptures it's getting real good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So make sure you get into class, learn the Lashawan Kodash, all right, and read along with us. All right. So this concludes today's Sabbath service, and our stopping point is Deuteronomy 32 and 41. We'll pick it back up next week, Deuteronomy 32 and 42. All right.
With that, Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah.
Yahbashim Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahbashim Yahshabrak Yah. Wapin Yah Akwadam. He's turning face to east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwithka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Lathalanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Basalaklanawa. Kabawatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawatinawa. Wala'ah. Dabi'anawa. Bonasaya 1. Abal. Hawashanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwith. Wahala. Wahatapara, La'awalami, Aman.
Amen. In the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our debts
Give us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is the prayer for the power. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Madawa, Hakak, Atahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakwim, Hamathium, Hakak, Al-Rakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarishan, by Hashem Yahushai, the water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushai,
name Yahushai,
please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the leper,
power to cleanse the leper,
the power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai,
name Yahushai.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is the prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Ma'aka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Batazabiyah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyim, Ha Saranyim, Ha Kwatazayanyim, Ha Koyayoyim, Wa Ha Akwatiyim, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, the water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahushai,
and Yahushai,
and Mike,
and Michael,
and the angel,
and the angel,
Commander General Yahan,
Commander General Yahweh,
the generals,
generals,
the captain,
captain,
the officers, the troopers, and the sisters.
and the sister.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushai,
name Yahushai.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalm 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Aizariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemash,
Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamalka, Makalra, Yashamal, Ath Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamal, Sazaaka, Wabawaaka, Ma'ita, Wa'ayat Awalon. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'ala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
This is Psalm 83. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Dakarash, Wa Al-Dashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'irayamu, Sawada, Wayata, Ya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakiram, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bar Yath, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wayashimai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagaria, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashath, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labunya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Bonakol, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Kayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamba, Nadaya Mawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza Abba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Mana'ai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rasha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rawaka, Ka'ash, Daba Ira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Harayam, Khan, Daradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kuala Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Dawa, Kaya Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal
Ha'arataza in the English. Keep not thou silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumble, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeed. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a web, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning for wood, and as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. to prayer for destruction. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, in the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, always so big.
Sar, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah,
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah,
Yajim Matah, dismissed.